In today's video, I want to share with you our experience of camping with our RV in Needles, California. Truthfully, we were concerned about Needles, because for one, the name sounded like it wanted to poke us, but mostly because we just didn't know what to expect of living in an RV there during the hottest month of the year. We stayed at the KOA for 5 nights or so, and the clerk there ominously asked upon check-in whether I was aware how hot it was. I mean, it's the desert in the summer. I could guess. They didn't have much in the way of shade. Although they did have trees, the trees seemed to be barely hanging on to life and not really capable of casting shade anymore with their dried up leaves. The first night wasn't so bad, probably because we got there late in the day. But in the following days, that's when we went through the real gauntlet. For a bit of context, we have a 26-foot Class C RV, and it has one roof air conditioning unit that's rated at 13,500 BTUs with no upgrades or modifications in the ducting. The temperature outside during the day was consistently above 110 degrees, going as high as 114 degrees Fahrenheit with the sun beating down on us. Inside, we had to close all of our shades, and we were running the air conditioner 24/7 on full blast. Even with that, we could only get the temperature inside to go as low as 87 degrees during the day. As they say, it's a dry heat, so it's more tolerable, but definitely challenging, and downright dangerous in its ability to dehydrate you if you don't drink enough water. I usually cook all of our meals outside on the griddle, which is helpful in not generating any extra heat on the inside, but boy, let me tell you, the heat outside is just otherworldly, especially with how baked the ground becomes. At one point, the breaker tripped for the whole row of RVs, presumably because of all the air conditioners, and it became instantly oppressive. Even 10 minutes without air conditioning made the temperature inside climb into the 90s. As for nights, those weren't nearly as bad. Although the air conditioner couldn't catch a single break, it took the temperature down to a comfortable mid to upper 70s, with the temperature outside hovering in the mid 80s. At another point, a dust storm rolled through the area, and we shut the AC off to avoid sucking in any dust, but it wasn't terrible for the duration since the sun got blotted out. So the general takeaway is this: it's definitely rough in Needles in the late summer if you're going to be in an RV. Maybe it gets better if you have multiple air conditioners, I'm not sure. But I will say, I saw a presumably long-term RV resident in a fifth wheel who jerry-rigged an extra 3 air conditioners into the windows in addition to the 2 roof units, which I'm sure had nothing to do with the circuit breaker for the road tripping earlier. If you have to stay in Needles during the hot months, be sure your health can handle it. Make sure your air conditioners are dust-free and perhaps even upgraded with one of those airflow systems, and try to stay at a shaded site. That'll go a long way for your RV's interior temperature. With that said, although the heat was spicy, it wasn't unbearable. We lived. We drank a lot of cooled beverages, which made them a lot more palatable, as our room temperature water wasn't cutting the mustard. The campground had a pool which we frequented in the evening to conclude an otherwise hot day. And yeah, we ran the air conditioner through its paces like it owed us money. On the bright side, the night sky in Needles was quite a terrific sight to behold. Until next time, thank you for watching.